So if you have your business on WhatsApp and you find yourself repeating the same questions and answers every single day, it's time for you to start using the chatbot. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a chatbot using a simple drag and drop chatbot builder that makes it look so easy, like you're playing a child's game. And then I'm going to walk you through all the nodes and what you need to create a simple flow that will answer all the questions, the frequently asked questions that you kind of repetitively do on a daily basis. So what we are going to do is to start by compiling most of those questions and answers that your customers will frequently, reach out to you on to inquire about your business. So here we have a document where I put together all of the most frequently asked questions and also put together some of the answers to those questions. And I'm going to walk you through how we can, use our chatbot builder to put all of this together in a very simple and fun and easy way that anyone can do this without needing a technical skill. You don't have to be a programmer. You're not writing any single line of code. So first, let's take a look at what we have on this document. So our use case is going to be for Siteti. So when customers come in to make inquiries about WhatsApp API, about the Siteti app, how it works, this chatbot is going to attend to some of their specific needs. And in most cases, if there is a need for a human to intervene, then a human will jump into the conversation to attend to those customers. So for the basic inquiries, like what the business is about or what Siteti does, the chatbot should be able to provide some of those answers and also help guide the users as regards the basic requirements or what they need to get started using Siteti. So I put together this document. I would strongly recommend that you also do the same. Just take 5-10 minutes and put together, just go through all of the conversations you have and compile all of the most frequent questions, put them together and, put the best answer to all of the questions that your customers will usually ask. And this will save you a lot of time, So let's get started. Let's see how we can put this together and create a chatbot that will provide answers to our customers when they come in to make inquiries. So we're going to start by looking at the greetings or the basic requirements or the basic questions most customers ask. So just like most businesses that run ads on Meta or on Google, or they have a WhatsApp button on their websites, you should have some kind of introductory message that your customers will usually ask when they open a session on WhatsApp. So for us, it's mostly what customers ask the most is, or the introductory line is always, "Hello Siteti, I need your support," or "Hello Siteti, I need your assistance." So what we're going to do is we're going to provide the introductory text as the trigger points for this chatbot. So what that means is whenever we have a customer or a lead coming in to make inquiries and they, send us this line, it doesn't have to be exact, but once the intent is about needing our support or needing our assistance, this chatbot is going to trigger. So I'm going to add a few of these keywords. So "Hello Siteti, I need your support," or "Hello Siteti." We can add more, like "I need your assistance," or "How does Siteti work?" So if we get any of these phrases, it doesn't have to be exact. Once the intent is the same, then it's going to trigger a chatbot. Now that we have the keywords to trigger this flow, let's start by responding to our customers or responding to our leads. So when we get any of these requests, the first thing we want to do, we want to at least say hi to our customers. We want to say hi to our leads, and we'll start doing that by dragging in the node that we need. So let me walk you through all of the nodes that we have here on the left. So the first node here is the message node. So what this basically does is going to send or reply the customer with a text message. That's all it does. So it's going to show you whatever you put in this box. So if you put in hello, that's what is going to respond to the customers. And next to that, we have the text input node. So if you want your customers to respond by typing in some text, like if you want to ask for their names or ask for some invalid information that you can process, you can use this text input node to get input data from the customers. We also have the image node. If you want to respond to the customer with an image, you can drag this in here and then select the image that you want to use. I'm going to delete this, so I don't need this for now. We also have the video node, similar with the image node. If you want to respond with a video, you can use this. If you want to respond with a document, you can use this. There are some cases where you want to respond to the customer using some kind of predefined quick reply that you already have in place. So for example, if I have samples of 200 products or 1,000 products that I've already saved in my quick reply, I can use this node. So if the customer is making an inquiry, let's say I'm running an e-commerce business, for instance, and the customer is making a request for a particular product. Let's say they want to inquire about shoes or bags or hardwares. I can use this quick reply and select the item I want to send to the customer based on their decision or based on their option. So this kind of makes it easy to, instead of uploading multiple images, you can just use the quick reply, something you've already done before, and then trigger it when they meet a certain condition. So we also have the segmentation node that helps you segment the lead. Say, a classic example is if you want to qualify the lead from the current stage to a different level. Let's say you want to qualify the lead as warm, hot, or cold. You can use this segment node. What it does is you kind of provide the criteria. So let's say if you use an input field, for example, and the customer kind of sends you their name and address, maybe at that point you know that this customer is willing to buy, or this customer is hot, or they are interested about our product. What you can do at that point is you can move them from the current chat segment to a different segment. So you can say, I want to move this person from the current position to warm leads. So if they provide this information, move them to warm leads. So this is a way of, qualifying your customers using the chatbot. So when I come into the Siteti app, I can go straight to warm leads and see those that are willing to buy and know how to nurture them. You can also add some delays using this node. For example, you don't want your chatbot to look so robotic. You can add a few seconds delay just to make it look like a human. Humans don't respond instantly in seconds, right? We take a few minutes or a few seconds to, kind of type the message and respond. So you can programmatically do that using the delay node. And then we have the conditional node. It kind of gives you like a branching option where you can provide the customers with 3 options to select from. If you select A, it's going to branch you to another kind of sub menu or sub options. We're going to see how to do this, right? And if they select the second one, it's going to lead them to another series of information, right? So you can do all of that using this conditional node. And like I said, I'm going to walk you through or show you how we can use this node. And then lastly, we have the locations node. If you want to request for the customer's location to get the latitude and longitude and also the address from the customer, you use this node. So these are pretty much some of the nodes that we're going to be using in this video. We're not going to be using all of them, just a few. Just wanted to walk you through them. And let's get started now. So now that we know what these nodes are meant to do, let's try and see how we can create a chatbot for Siteti to respond to customers. So when we're sleeping and customers come in at night to inquire about our services, the chatbot is going to respond and just do the work for us. So let's start with the first one, which is what we need to respond when customers come in to make inquiries. So I'm going to copy this. Let's see how this is going to save me from having to type it one at a time, because I've already done the work. So when they come in to say, hello, I need support, I need your assistance, we want to respond with this text. We want to say, so we want to provide this information. We want to say, hello, welcome to Siteti. Welcome to the Siteti support. I am here to help you turn your WhatsApp chats into organized support. Right? So maybe we can even split this into another, instead of putting it all together in one message. I'm gonna split this. Let me delete the content inside. Okay, so then I'm gonna copy this again and put it on the second message node. So this is what's happening. When they come in, we will respond with this greeting message, and then we will immediately after that send another message. Let me scroll so you can see the content. Are you an existing customer looking for technical help, or are you looking to get started and set up Siteti for your business? Right? Now, how do we kind of set the precedence, or how do we kind of make the flow? We do that by simply connecting the dots, right? So I'm going to show you how to do this again. When you move your cursor towards these dots, you see the sign changes to a plus, and then you click and drag and connect to the next node. So what this means is going to fire this node, or it's going to send this message, and after that it's going to follow up with this message. So now we've requested, or we're kind of asking the user if they want to know about Siteti, if they are existing customers, or if they're just coming in to inquire about Siteti, or they want to set up their Siteti account. Now, how do we get them to select one or the other option? We're going to use the conditional node. Right? So in this case, let's come back to documents. We want to provide two options, whether or not they want to use the technical support, or they want to, know about Siteti and how it works, right? So I'm going to copy this, and here we'll say what is the label, what the users will see. All right, do you want technical support? The keyword will be technical support. Or do you want to know about how Siteti works and to learn about how you can set up your Siteti account? Setup, right? So they're gonna be shown two options, either picking up technical support, learning about how Siteti works. I think what we will do, or what we should do, is I don't think we need this extra node at this point, so maybe we'll copy the content here and provide that as an information here. I am gonna have to delete this node and move this forward. So again, when they come in to ask about assistance, we're gonna welcome them with this first message, and after that we're gonna ask them a question if they are looking for technical support or they want to know about how Siteti works. So now I'm going to connect the node. All right. Okay, so based on the response we get, if they want the technical support, we should show them something else. If they are going for how Siteti works, we should provide a different information. So let's look at what we have here. If they are looking towards how Siteti works and how to set it up, we want to provide them another set of options, right? So we want to respond with this text if they are going for how Siteti works. So how do we do that? We're going to bring in our text node again. You can see this is just so much fun. It's more like playing a child's game. Then I'm going to paste in the content in here. So if they want to know about how Siteti works, I want to send them this text. So now I'm going to just connect the dots. See how easy it is. Okay, so if you want to know how it works, I'm going to reply with this text. And after that, what else do we want to do? We want to give them more option, more context. Like, what would you like to explore about Siteti? Do you want to know how it works, or how to set it up, or about pricing, or how to build a chatbot? So in this case, I'm just going to provide 3 options for them to pick from, which means we're going to bring in our conditional node again. I'm going to put in the question, what do you want to know, or what exactly do you want to do? So now I'm going to connect the dots again. So what do we have? What are the options? Do you want to know about how it works? I'm going to provide this here. Let's add the next option. Do you want to learn how to set up your WhatsApp API account on Siteti? I'm going to provide this here. The maximum characters allowed is 20, so you can do more than 20. Okay. Or do you want to learn about pricing or how to build a chatbot? Let's use this. Let's say you want to learn about pricing. Good. Now, this is what the customers will see, and we also need to provide keywords, what Siteti will see to, kind of interpret the outcome of the customer selection and how it works. It's a good key. Setup or get set up. It's a good key. I'm going to use pricing here. So now you can see that based on either of these options, we need to provide something. right? So if they want to go for how it works, let's see what we have for how it works. You can see that we have certain information about how it works. So I am not going to put everything into one message node. I'm going to split them so it's kind of easy to read. It makes it look more like a human. Then it's kind of easy to read. So I'm going to split the responses. For how it works, I will bring in the message node and then put the first value and then copy the rest three. Should I put them in one node? All right, I'm going to copy the rest three and put them in one node. Bring in our text message again. Our message node again, sorry, and then put in the three values. Now I'm going to have to connect the nodes again. So if they select how it works, I'm just going to drag this and also connect this to the upper node. So let me realign or organize this correctly so we can see how the flow is going. This is just beautiful and fun. All right, so let's start again from the top and see how it's going. So we have customers come in, I need your assistance. We send them a greeting message and then we ask them, do you need technical support or you just need to set up your accounts? So if they want to set up their accounts, we want to show them this message and ask them another question. What exactly do you want to pick from the account setup? Do you want to know about pricing, or you want to get started, or you just want to know how it works? So if they want to know how it works, we provide them with this information and provide them with this information. So mind you, we still have this node to attend to. We still have other nodes here to attend to. So let's get this completed first before moving back up. And what do we have here? So if they want to get set up, what information are we providing? So if they want to get set up, we are going to do the same. Copy the information. I'm also going to give them two nodes. So I can either I can decide to put all of this in one node, but it's good to split them so that your users will be able to read, and then just makes all of it look so kind of human-like. And then I'm not interested about the call to action for now, so I'm gonna paste this in here. Now I'm gonna connect the dots. If they want to know about setup, connect the dots, provide them with this information. So based on their selection, provide them with this information. And if they want to learn about pricing, so what I'm going to do in terms of pricing is I want to send them to our website. So let's go check out siteti.com/pricing. I want to send them to this page where they will see a pricing and just learn about how the pricing works. So fortunately enough for me, I have a quick reply on pricing. So I am going to invoke or bring in the quick reply node, and let me zoom in, and I'm going to select pricing. So this is our pricing plan, and then this should be able to do the job. Now I'm going to connect this node to our pricing. Okay, so let's reorganize this so that it's kind of easy to understand the flow and it's not confusing. So bring this in here. All right, 1 second. So now we have provided all of the answers to each and every one of these queries and requests. We're still going to go deeper by providing more values, more answers, just to make sure that the customers are kind of satisfied with the outcome, to answer all of the questions they might want to ask. Now that we have this step done, we will have to come back and attend to the technical support question. So if they are existing customers that are kind of needing technical support, in this case, what we need to do is maybe we want to jump on a live call, or maybe we need to schedule a one-on-one session where we can walk them through, like do a demo, or probably see what their technical needs are. In this case, they probably want to speak with a human, or they want to, have a meeting, kind of need a technical team to help them, set up their accounts or probably resolve an issue. So let's see what we have here. For technical support, what is the solution? Okay, so we want to ask for their name and all of that. I don't think that's what be necessary. What I'm gonna do is, if they need technical support, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my Calendly with them, right? So they can schedule a live session with one of our technical team or one of our engineers to help them resolve their problems. So in this case, I'm gonna say, if you need technical support, here is my Calendly. Kindly pick the date and time that is convenient for you, right? And then I'm gonna share my Calendly. Do I have a copy of that? I'm just gonna leave it at that. Maybe come back later and provide the link to my Calendly. Now I'm just gonna, and aside from that, I also need to let them know that another thing we can do is say, another thing we can do is say, please expect a call from our support engineers, right? So which one of these do you think is gonna be the best option for this case? When customers need technical support, what are they looking at? Do they want an answer immediately, or do they want to schedule? So for me, I would say, if it's urgent, I want to speak with someone. So get on a call. Give us a call, guys. Give us a call. Yeah, don't keep us hanging. Just give us a call. All right. So maybe after the call, you guys can decide to, schedule a meeting and schedule a live session. I'll prefer this any day, anytime, because time is money. So give us a call. Give us a call. All right. Now we have our flow looking good. So let's scroll down and see what we have here. When they pick up how it works, we want to show them this and show them this. What else can we provide? Basically this looks good. Now if the customer is not satisfied with any of this, or is kind of answering some kind of or providing some kind of questions that are out of context, you can always come back to make adjustments here to add more layers or add more layer of information, or you can provide more optional notes. Let's say under the pricing, if they are looking for something else. For example, some customers might want to know about the different pricing. So what is the pricing of Siteti, and also what is the pricing for template messages? So under pricing, we have two options. We can show them, I think we can add a conditional note here. So if they are looking for pricing, we can say and provide them with two options. Meta pricing. So for template messages, for every template message you send, Meta charges a fee, and in most cases customers want to know how much Meta charges per country, so which is quite different from the Siteti pricing. So what we will do in this case is provide two different options based on the selection. If they are interested, question will be, what pricing do you want to learn about? Is it Siteti pricing? Is it the Meta pricing? So let's zoom out and make changes to this node. So I'm gonna delete this. Now what I'm gonna do is say, if the customer is making inquiries about pricing, let me zoom in and connect this so you can see. If they are making inquiries about pricing, we just don't want to throw them the pricing options. Sorry, we just don't want to throw them the pricing for Siteti. We want to ask them specifically, are you looking for, or do you want to know about Meta's pricing or Siteti pricing? So if they are more interested in the Meta pricing, we don't want to learn about how much Meta charges per template message. What we will do is, again, I have another quick reply for the Meta pricing, so I'm going to bring up that node and zoom in. I'm going to select. You can see here I have a quick reply for Meta pricing. What it does is just going to respond with a link that takes you to the Meta pricing page. So if they want Meta pricing, I'm going to give them this option. If they want to learn about Siteti monthly subscription plans, I am going to give them this option here. So this is just so much fun, guys. It's just like playing a child's game, just putting together puzzles and without any technical skills, no single line of code. It's just so easy. It's not esoteric. You don't need special trainings to create chatbots. So yeah, this is more of a basic chatbot that can respond to our customers and just save me so much time. So by the time the customer gets to this point, they have so much information they've learned a lot about Siteti already. They must have gone through the pricing, they must have gone through the setup requirements and the rest of it. And if a human is going to jump in at this point, it's basically to help them quickly, get onboarded, or probably talk about payments, right? So there is a lot more you can do. You can add more nodes depending on your business use case. And for my use case, I think this is pretty much what I need to kind of qualify leads or qualify my customers. So if this get to this point, I can decide that I want to segment or move them to a different segment so that I can follow them up, nurture them, send them monthly messages until they finally become paying customers. Or you can also decide what you want to do at any point in time. So what else do we need? For me, this looks good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the flow, right? And I'm going to exit. Now we just saved the flow, but the bot is not active yet. You can see that the chatbot is not active. I'm going to deactivate this one, and then I'm going to activate this one. All right, so now we have our chatbot active. Now we can go back and do a test. So I'm going to trigger a test and we will see how the chatbot works. All right, so now we're going to send a message to Siteti. Hello, Siteti, I need your support. And we will wait for an incoming message. Yeah, so now we have an incoming message. Let's see what happens. Let's scroll down. We've got an incoming message. Hello, Siteti, I need your support. Let's see if we have our chatbot turned on again. I'm wondering why it did not fire. Oh, I see. We activated the wrong bots. This is the one we just created, and wow, this is bad. So I'm gonna deactivate this one and activate this. Right now I'm going to send the message again. Just to be sure, I'm going to reload this page and see which of the chatbot that I activated. So let's go back and see chatbot. Hello Siteti. Alright, so now it's active. We're going to go back and expect a new message from customers. Alright, so let's see if we have a new message. Alright, so now we got a new message. We responded with the first, hello, welcome to Siteti. I'm here to help you turn your WhatsApp chats into organized sales support. And then we responded with these two options. So let's see what the customer is going to select. So I will select technical support from my end here and see what happens. And okay, so the customer selected technical support and the chatbot responded, please expect a call from our support engineers. Just exactly what we wanted. And in order to see the rest of the flow, I'm going to select this how Siteti works. All right, when I select that, let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, the customer selects how Siteti works. Okay, send an incoming message, then we respond. Awesome. Siteti helps teams of two or more people manage sales and support using a single official WhatsApp business API accounts. Blah 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 blah. And what would you like to do? Now you can see those options the customer will pick from. And let me pick the pricing. So the customer selects pricing. We have an incoming message, and we show them the two options if they want Siteti pricing or meta pricing. Let's say we want the meta pricing. Let's see what happens. This is going to trigger the quick reply from for the customer if they select the meta pricing. Let's see what happens. Come on. So now you can see the pricing that was selected. What option did they select? Meta pricing. Oh, I think in my selection of the quick replies, I selected the wrong value. So now if I click on this, it's gonna take me to the Siteti pricing page instead of the meta pricing page. But that's fun. I can easily go back and make the changes. Okay, so now what happens if they select Siteti pricing? So if they pick up the Siteti pricing, let's see what we have. Siteti pricing. Now it's this is crazy. It's now showing the meta pricing. So I kind of mixed things up, from either the selection from the quick replies or while connecting the nodes. So this is one thing you want to check up on before you kind of deploy or activate. All right, so if I click on this, it's gonna take us to the meta pricing, where you can see how much meta charges per message. This is taking so long to load up. Come on. All right, while we're waiting for that, so you can see the flow just keeps going, and customers just getting the answers they need. So if they want to, for instance, come back to know about setup after they've seen the different prices, they can come back here and click on the how do I get a setup, and let's see what happens. So when they select setup, you see the information provided on how they can go about setting up their accounts. If they want to go back to how it works, they can return and click on that option. And once they do that, you can see the information that we provide. So all of this was handled by the chatbot without human intervention. And if at this point I want to jump in as a human, I can just say hello, and it will automatically just kill the bot. So it's more like responding to the chat is more like the kill switch. It's going to override the chat, meaning a human is now in charge of the conversation. So that's how you create chatbots to help you, save you from repetitive tasks, and just give you back your life to do something meaningful. And while you're sleeping, the chatbot is actively working for you 24 hours. All right, so thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, please drop your questions in the comments, and let me know what next you want to learn about the Siteti chatbot. Bye guys.